so icy, wonder why she like me, bitch, I'm drowning in water. I just bought a cube and dipped the fountain.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to start this podcast by saying people are upset at me that I'm not covering Mania. By people, I mean a few of my friends. They came to me in my chat asking me, well, I posted if you follow me on Instagram, I posted a story saying that I would not be covering Mania this year. I instead will be doing this favorite matches of my top guys instead. And people commented on that saying, oh, you should have made it. You're a podcaster. You should suck it up and do it. And my Facebook friends were doing the same thing. You should just do it. And I said, listen here. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I watched it. I did it. I watched the last match of night 1 and some of night 2. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend I watched the whole show and make up a podcast of something I didn't enjoy. I don't want to sit here and bash the company. That's why I'm not doing it. The best part of Mania weekend was my boy Gronkowski winning the 24/7 championship. That was the best thing in my opinion. But anyways, like I said, I'm sorry if you were coming here to expect a WrestleMania podcast. I apologize. I'm going to rather skip that, but skip this whole thing and go straight to the point. My name is Michael, a.k.a. Big Mike Entertainment, a.k.a. your favorite host of the Legion of Goon podcast. And today, we're going to be talking about my top 3 favorite wrestling matches of my favorite wrestlers. I'm going to start it off with Shawn Michaels. This is no order, but Shawn Michaels vs. Ric Flair retirement match was a special match to me. I just remember being so into it. I remember Ric Flair having, I think it was like a month before, maybe even longer before WrestleMania. Vince McMahon gave him, if you lose any of your matches, you are going to retire. You'll be forced into retirement. And I got, after a few weeks, months went by, and then Ric Flair called out Shawn Michaels and told Shawn Michaels that in order to be the man, you have to beat the man. And they went back and forth. Shawn didn't want to do it. Rick slapped him and said, do it. Shawn finally said, you know what? You're kind of like Old Yeller. When you get old, you get sick, you gotta take the dog in the back and put him out of misery. And they went on to have a great match at Mania 25, I believe, or 24. I think it was 24. And they had a great match. Shawn Michaels went for the switchy music, pumped up the crowd. I told him, I'm sorry, I love you. And again, super kick, pinned him, and won the match. The night after, it was good. It was a good match. Great storytelling. Sorry. Shawn Michaels vs. Undertaker career streak was also a special month to me because, like I said, Shawn Michaels was always my childhood favorite. To this day, still one of my top favorites. So knowing that Undertaker was undefeated, chances of him losing the match were pretty slim. So I had a feeling Shawn Michaels was ready to retire. And at that time I was young, so I didn't want that. But I understand that whatever he wanted to do, that was his decision. But for me, it was a sad moment. Now, this will probably be my top favorite match of all time. Shawn Michaels, and this is for just in general, favorite. Shawn Michaels vs. Triple H vs. Chris Benoit for the World Heavyweight Championship belt. That was special to me because WrestleMania 20 was my first ever Mania I've watched. I remember that night. That same night, Eddie Guerrero beat Kurt Angle for the WWE title. And Chris won the triple threat. He put Triple H in the crossface, had him tap out, won the match. Eddie came out, primer went off, confetti fell, They hugged it out, and it was a special moment for me. Be my first WrestleMania. Actually sitting there and watching it. So that's it for Shawn Michaels. Kevin Owens is next on my list. Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns was big cast. This was the night on Monday Night Raw. I think it was the night after Mania, and Finn Balor won the Universal title, but then he got hurt, so they he got hurt, so it was vacant, and they had this fatal 5-way for it, elimination match, or fatal 4-way, for an elimination match. And Triple H came out, and I remember being mad and saying, no, don't do it, because I thought he was going to come out and pedigree Kevin Owens and help Seth Rollins win, because at the moment it was just those two left. And Triple H came in the ring, pedigreed Seth Rollins, and told Kevin Owens to pin him. And Kevin Owens became the second ever Universal Champion, and that was just a great moment for me, being a Kevin Owens fan. Another match I enjoyed was Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins in a Hell in a Cell match for that title. It was a good match back and forth. At the end, during the middle of it, Chris Jericho came in and pretty much made it a 2-on-1 handicap match, and obviously KO won and retained the belt. Another great one for me was Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon in a Hell in a Cell match. This is the one where Shane McMahon went on top of the Hell in a Cell, went to jump on Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn turned heel that night, and he moved Kevin out the way, and Sami missed and went through the table. Or Shane McMahon missed and went through the table. And Kevin won the match. I'm adding a fourth match to this list because why not? This is my show. I'm the host. Just kidding. But anyways, I loved Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor. That was at TakeOver Brooklyn 2015. That was the first major takeover outside of Full Sail University at the Barclays Center, and I just loved it. KO did lose that match. Finn did retain, but it was enjoyable to watch. The next person on my list is going to be Adam Cole, baby. Adam Cole versus Aleister Black. NXT TakeOver Philadelphia Extreme Rules match. Great match. Aleister beat Cole, but it went back and forth. And I really, really, really enjoyed it. Undisputed Era versus Tommaso Ciampa, and Keith Lee versus, I'm gonna botch the name, so please don't troll me in the comments, versus Dominic Djokovic and Kevin Owens. That's when Kevin Owens made a surprise entrance. Team Ciampa did win this match, but it was a great match, especially because Adam Cole has been in every single War Games match so far. This was War Games 3, and it was great to watch. I really enjoyed it. I love War Games matches. AEW is actually doing their version of War Games, and we don't know when that's happening yet with everything going on, but when it does, I'm excited. Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano, NXT TakeOver New York. It was a best 2 out of 3 falls match. Johnny did beat Adam Cole to become NXT champion for the first time. Adam won the first fall, and Johnny did win the last 2. I think it's funny that every single match I picked for Adam Cole lost. but every match I had great storytelling. So if you haven't watched any of the matches I said so far with Shawn Michaels coming out with Adam Cole, you should check it out. Like, if you're just an AEW fan, or if you're just listening to me because you are my friend, or if you're just listening to me because why not? If you're one of those people who think wrestling's trash because of what WWE's been putting out there, then I definitely recommend you checking out New Japan, AEW, NXT, and see what wrestling's about, because it's not what people think it is. And that's one thing I get pissed off as being a fan, and I'm at a bar or I'm at a restaurant and I'm talking to my friend and I'm saying, hey, did you check out AEW Wednesday, or did you watch NXT last week Wednesday, or whatever? And then you get that comment saying, I don't know how you watch that fake trash. I don't know how you watch it. And I'm just so sick of telling people, because people have seen WWE, and I hear me hating WWE is not entertaining anymore for me. And I know there's people who enjoy it, and that's fine. I am not entertained. And that's all I'm going to say. So it's hard for me to... I sit up January 3rd, January 4th every year, and I sit there and I watch New Japan at 2 in the morning until 8 in the morning each year, and I enjoy it. And we'll get to that after I'm with my WWE guys. Sorry for cutting a little promo. Keith Lee is next on my list. Keith Lee versus Roderick Strong for the North American Championship. This is the night Keith Lee won the belt. This match was great. Keith Lee, every time he's in that ring, there's just something about him. He's able to, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but Keith Lee does amazing. Keith Lee versus Dominic Djokovic. This was the number one contender. This was before he won the belt, obviously, but Keith Lee was versing Dominic Djokovic for a number one contender match. Roderick Strong got involved, costing Keith Lee the match. William Regal ended up coming out that night saying it's now a triple threat match, so that next week, Keith Lee versus Roderick Strong, which is the next one on my list, versus Dominic Djokovic for that title. Roderick Strong did steal the match. Keith Lee was on the second rope, gave Dominic Djokovic the powerbomb, and as Keith Lee was like getting up to pin him, Roderick Strong kicked him the knee to the face and pinned him 1, 2, 3 and could retain the belt. But it was a very, very entertaining match. Like I said, I love NXT. I love what they do. Johnny Gargano is next on my list. Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. No matter what, majority of the matches on this list, except the last one, are going to be those two. Because every time Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano they fight, it's amazing. This was their Street Fighter Chicago they had. The match was awesome. They literally tore each other apart for like 35 minutes. Tommaso did win the match, but it was great. Johnny handcuffed him to the ropes. It was amazing. They fought through the crowd. I definitely, if you guys haven't watched an NXT match, I definitely recommend this match. The third time Johnny fought Tommaso Ciampa, they were tied 1-1. It was the last man standing match. Tommaso won, but it was another amazing match. These two always tear each other apart. And guess what? They fight tomorrow, actually. They fight again tomorrow. I'm actually really excited for that match. And I will be doing a podcast probably Thursday for AEW/NXT recap. Andrade versus Johnny Gargano. Andrade won the match, but these two, like I said, they told an amazing story. Once again, I had Johnny losing all these matches, but I promise that these were entertaining as beep. Alright. Tommaso Ciampa is on my list. Tommaso Ciampa versus Aleister Black for the NXT Championship. Tommaso became the new NXT champion in a great match. Tommaso Ciampa versus Keith Lee versus Finn Balor. Triple threat match for the number one contendership. Finn Balor showed up and won the match to become number one contender for the title. War Games 2. Yeah. Velveteen Dream versus Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT Championship. Dream came out as Hollywood Hogan. It was an amazing 5-star match. Tommaso did retain the belt, but it was great. Velveteen Dream, I should have had him on the list. He is another one that tells amazing stories in the ring. The Miz. First match on this list is The Miz versus John Morrison versus John Cena in an Extreme Rules match. The Miz defended the WWE Championship after beating John Cena at WrestleMania. That's when The Rock came out, and I think he restarted the match, something like that. And The Miz won. This is one of my favorite matches from The Miz. The Miz versus Danny Bryan versus John Morrison in a triple threat match at Hell in a Cell. They wrestled all over the arena, having a classic match. Danny Bryan got the win, but it was amazing. I'm pretty sure it was a submission match, but it was like a submission false count anywhere, if I remember correctly. The Miz versus John Morrison, his former tag team partner at the time. The Miz defended his WWE title against his partner John Morrison. And John Morrison... I've always been a fan of John Morrison. The Miz won, retaining the belt, but I've always been a fan. Sorry if you guys hear the noise in the background. I don't know what my neighbors are doing upstairs. Dolph Ziggler is going to be next on my list. One of my favorite matches from Dolph Ziggler's TLC 2011. Dolph Ziggler versus Zack Ryder for the United States title. Both men looked amazing. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo, woo. Stole the win. And had fun doing so. Great match. I know I keep saying great match. Like, I couldn't... Not all. Some of these I remember, but some of them I can't remember everything that happened, and I didn't go and watch every match again to like write down notes. I just am giving you guys my list, and I hope you enjoy. Dolph Ziggler versus Rey Mysterio. First of all, I gotta yell at myself. How the hell did I not put Rey Mysterio on this list? Or how did I forget Eddie Guerrero? I'm guessing my thoughts were just with the current I'm guessing I was just thinking about regular superstars like Randy Orton and Edge. But I put Shawn Michaels on here. Whatever. Sorry guys if I should have put Ray on here. Anyways, Dolph Ziggler versus Rey Mysterio. Great match. This is for the Intercontinental title at SummerSlam. Rey retained the belt, beating Dolph Ziggler. But this match was Dolph Ziggler showed up, and Dolph Ziggler... I might actually watch this match after this podcast, because I just remember Dolph Ziggler showing his fans why he was so talented, showing his fans what he could actually do in the ring. And unfortunately he lost, but it was great. Dolph Ziggler versus John Cena at TLC 2012. Dolph Ziggler put his Money in the Bank briefcase on the line in the main event and beat one of WWE's top stars, which is special for him. At this time, he showed his fans again why he is the show-off. Another great match from Dolph. AJ Lee did get involved, helping Dolph win, but it was great. Edge is the next one on my list. The first ever Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania 21 with Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit. Side note, if you have not checked out his YouTube documentary, it's called Dark Side of the Ring. Go check it out. It's amazing. 2 parts. Christian, Shelton Benjamin, Edge, and Kane were in this ladder match. I remember Kane coming out and all the ladders started on fire, like at the entranceway. For the first time ever, ladder match, Money in the Bank, your boy Edge won it. And I remember it being so amazingly good. And like, I wish WrestleMania would still have ladder match, Money in the Bank ladder matches, because that's one match I actually look forward to watching every WrestleMania. And I have to watch a different pay-per-view for it. If this is not on your list of top matches, I don't know what's wrong with you. Edge versus Mick Foley at WrestleMania 22. Fucking amazing. Lita started the table on fire, and Edge speared Mick Foley through the table to win the match. Oh, it was amazing. It was so good. And I'm going to cheat. Any match with the Dudley Boys, any match with the Hardy Boys, any match with Edge and Christian in a ladder match is phenomenal. How in the hell don't you have one of those on your list? The last WWE superstar on this list is going to be Randy Keith Orton. I think that's his middle name. Randy Orton versus Shawn Michaels at Survivor Series 2007. Shawn Michaels fought Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. They both showed their limit in this match. It ended up with Shawn Michaels going for the switch theme music, and then Randy Orton RKOing him out of nowhere to win the match. Randy Orton versus Ray Ray. No Way Out 2006. This match went back and forth when Rey Mysterio went for the 619. Randy Orton ducked out the way as soon as he went for the swing. And as soon as he went for the swing, Randy Orton gave Rey Mysterio the schoolboy to win the match. Yes, he cheated by holding the rope and holding the pants. I can't remember everything that led up to the match, but at the end I remember Rey Mysterio crying, upset, tearing up, saying he wished he would have won. He did it. He let Eddie Guerrero down. He let the Guerreros down, and I just don't remember exactly everything that happened and why that was a thing. Randy Orton versus Rob Van Dam. One Night Stand 2007. Great match. It was a stretcher match. Randy Orton won this match when they came to take him out with the stretcher. Well, that's it for... Well, actually, I lied. John Cena, CM Punk, 2011, Money in the Bank. This is not John Cena and Punk. Punk should have been on this list. But this match was amazing. This is when Punk walked off with the title. He told everyone at midnight his contract ended and he was leaving. And McMahon and Johnny Laurinaitis came out to try to stop Punk, and Punk ended up winning. He came back like 2-3 weeks later, but this match was amazing. Check it out. I had to throw that out there. Thanks to my boy, which hopefully one day I have him on the show with me. We're going to jump on with Kenny Omega. This is New Japan / AEW. Kenny Omega. One of my favorite matches is Full Gear AEW. He fought Jon Moxley. They destroyed each other. They literally destroyed each other. Kenny Omega had the Young Bucks and Hangman Page bring this barbed wire table out, and it was like it was a created, I don't know, it wasn't even a table, it was a barbed wire creation, and it looked deadly, and Kenny Omega put Johnny Moxley through it. It was great. Jon Moxley did win this match, but I love it. That best match of the night. Kenny Omega versus Okada. They wrestled at Wrestle Kingdom 11 for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. I just want to say this match was awesome. I would be here all night talking about the match. This is the match that made me fall in love with New Japan. I never watched New Japan until the Wrestle Kingdom 11. I knew about it, and I've heard about it, but I never actually watched it. I had a buddy of mine who told me to feel their friends like, yo, we're all online anyways. We probably won't go to bed till like 5, 6 anyways. Why don't we all just get on and watch New Japan? Wrestle Kingdom's on tonight. And we watched it. Not gonna say how, but we watched it. And I fell in love with wrestling again. At this time, I was losing my love for wrestling. At this time, I was losing the interest in watching wrestling. And I fell in love with wrestling. Now after that, let's talk about Okada. After watching Wrestle Kingdom 11, I went on, I can't remember what site it's called, but I went on some site to watch old matches. I watched Okada versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This was the G1 Climax Finals. Shinsuke won, beating Okada to beat the winner of the G1 Climax. It was great. I loved it. Another great match. Also an old match. AJ Styles versus Okada. This was an AJ debuted in New Japan. He joined Bullet Club, attacking Okada to win the IWGP Heavyweight title. The next guy on my list is going to be Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes versus Dustin. Told an amazing story. It's hard to explain it, but if you love wrestling, Cody Rhodes came out, destroyed the throne with Sledgehammer, and beat Dustin Rhodes. It was amazing. Amazing. Love the match. Cody versus Kota Ibushi, Wrestle Kingdom 12. Cody lost his match. Cody won't beat his brother, by the way. Yeah, Cody beat his brother. Cody versus Kota Ibushi. Cody lost. But this match was fun to watch. It was amazing. I keep saying that, but there's not much else to say. If you don't watch the match, you won't know. MJF. The only match that came to my mind was MJF versus Cody Rhodes. Just the whole storytelling to the match. Leading up to the match was amazing. Cody and him were that was Cody's protege for the longest time. Cody was MJF's teacher in a way, and that Cody Rhodes was versing Chris Jericho for the title, and MJF threw the towel in, having Cody lose, Chris Jericho retaining, and then he kicked him in the balls and turned on him. And MJF beat Cody Rhodes, and it was an amazing match. Sammy Guevara. I actually got his log right now in the background from just today, and I have to rewatch it because I can't hear it because it's on mute. But it's playing. I enjoyed watching him versus Kip Sabian and Double or Nothing. This was one of the first times I watched Sammy Guevara, and I just fell in love with his wrestling style. After knowing more about Sammy Guevara, I looked up some old matches of him as well. Because I like watching old matches. And there was one back in 2017 where he fought Ricochet. And that match was great. Kota Ibushi versus Jay White at Wrestle Kingdom. Jay White gave Kota the Blade Runner to win the match. Kota Ibushi went on to the same night to fight Okada, which, let me tell you something. Kota Ibushi versus Okada was amazing. Amazing. That's all I can say is that match was like a 30-minute match, at least 30, 40-ish minutes, and it was finisher, kick, pin, kick out, reverse, finisher, reverse, kick it out. It was great. So good. Okada beat Kota Ibushi. Okada that next night wrestled Naito in another great match. Can I just tell you guys something? Wrestle Kingdom 14 was probably one of my favorite Wrestle Kingdoms. Naito did beat Okada to become the first ever dual champion. He was already the IWG Intercontinental Champion, but he became the IWGP Heavyweight and Intercontinental Champion, which later on Kenta, as he was doing his promo, Kenta came out and attacked, which I'm pretty sure Kenta was supposed to be on the list, and then I just forgot to put him. So, I apologize. I have Cody 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, my bad. But anyways, I would love to see Kenta versus Okada for a title, or just Kenta versus Okada versus Naito in a triple threat, or I just so much great stuff they could do. Marty Scurll versus Cody Rhodes in WPCW for the Internet title. Cody did retain the belt, but it was a fun match to watch. For Will Ospreay, I have on here as well. I don't have much to say. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I don't know why I put out Will Ospreay on the list, but Will Ospreay is one of my favorites. Not favorites. He's talented. When you do watch him, he's talented. And there's one match that I named that you guys should know about. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. Will Ospreay versus Ricochet. Great match. Amazing match. Unbelievable match. I definitely recommend you watching it. I know I said that about a lot of these matches, but I will promise you, I'm not going to lie to you. Colt Cabana. Don't ask me why he's on this list. I didn't know much about Colt Cabana until our boy CM Punk did his amazing pipe bomb. So what did I do? I typed CM Punk versus Colt Cabana. And one match I remember is CM Punk's last match in Ring of Honor. He fought Colt Cabana. And it was great. Amazing storytelling. I like how they were good friends and you were able to tell chemistry. It was enjoyable. That is it. That is my 5-6 pages of my talented storytelling. Guys, I just want to say something. This is Big Mike's Entertainment YouTube channel as well. Not only is this on Spotify, it's also on YouTube. This is Legions of a Good Podcast, episode number 2. If you guys want to follow me, first of all, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm sorry if I said a lot. I'm sorry if I said and a lot. I'm sorry if it sounded like I was reading off a piece of paper. I'm sorry if I sounded boring. And I'm sorry if I put you to sleep. I'm sorry if you're waking up to go pee right now and you realize, why the hell is this guy still talking? I'm sorry. Well, guys, I really hope you enjoyed it. Please follow me on social media. My Instagram is Legion_of_goons. Twitter is @goons_legion. Facebook is just Legion of Goons Podcast. I really hope you enjoyed me. YouTube is Big Mike's Entertainment. I will have all the links to my social media on my YouTube channel. Spotify, just type in Legion of Goons and my podcast will pop up. If you're listening to this, it's probably on Spotify. Or maybe it's YouTube. I don't know. And if you guys hit me up in the DMs. What are some of your favorite matches? Is there a match on here that you said, how the hell did I not put it on my list? How the hell did you not put Dolph Ziggler versus Fandango? I don't know. Give me some ideas. What else do you want me to talk about? This week, Wednesday, I will be doing a recap about NXT and AEW. I will be posting that most likely Thursday, possibly Friday. Don't quote me. But it will for sure be posted by Friday. And yeah, this is my second podcast. First ever vlog podcast. Been going on for about 37 minutes. Guys, thank you guys so much. I love you all. Follow the pages and keep me going. I will see you all Thursday or Friday.